Welcome back. We're continuing with our current events panel. We've got Michelle Simard and Mike Patton joining us here with their insights. Not that we want to belabor this issue, but the tariffs really are a dominating topic in the news. Canada has taken various retaliatory steps, including Ontario. They wanted to tariff American energy, electricity exports. Canada is also now reconsidering the F-35 purchase, those are the fighter jets, because of these tensions that we're experiencing with the United States. Michelle, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think, and it's not even just Canada, I believe Australia is looking to cancel a submarine contract. Like the world is responding.
I think what really is coming down to is that they have to use everything in their arsenal to show the United States that we can't have you do what you do. And the only way they can do it is it's money. And if you have contracts, then we're going to pull back on them. And this is me consequence. And who knows how it's going to play out, because there's like a game of poker. There's many different avenues that can happen, and really it comes down to the flop. And for me, I look at it as if Trump continues this and doesn't make any concessions along the way, then what he'll have is a whole bunch of protectionist countries who will work together and leave out the United States, and they will be the odd one out. And realistically, who are they going to be selling to if everybody says we don't want to buy your products anymore? So really, that's a consequence. So it's a fine line he has to do. But to be honest, we need the fighter jets. So if it's not from them, then it's from who? Find an alternative. That's my thing. So if you don't want to buy them from the US, I'm okay with that. But what's the alternative? Because we need them irrespective of the fact.
Yeah, fair point. Mike, sometimes I think that perhaps, we talked about the oil and gas, canceled pipelines, blocks in getting legislation that has blocked us to be energy proliferant and to share our wealth with the world for clean energy and ethical energy. However, are we just in such a weakened state as a country because of the last, 10 years maybe of liberal rule that, our defense, our energy sectors, have we just been put in such a weakened state that now when Donald Trump, the US president, comes, knocking on the door, I want this and this and this, we can't even respond with might?
Well, we've been so soft. Our military has got so far behind the times. The F-18s that we're talking about right now, they were designed before the pilots who are flying them today were even born. It is not a generational technology. It's multiple generations old. And in a business where technology really matters, we need to update the military. We need to really refocus Donald Trump. I think Donald is going to, at the end of the day, be the greatest president Canada ever had, because it's going to be focus on ourselves, try to make things that are here. Let's end to prevent trade, let's expand our trade outlets, let's build up military. Really, all those things that are going down because of the impetus of Donald Trump.
Right. It was like a kick in the pants our country needed to get our head straight. And if that's, again, it's a wake-up call, right? You can't always expect things to be hunky-dory. Okay, let's shift gears. I've had enough of the tariffs. Let's talk about this. We only have a minute and a half. So the University of British Columbia on the Okanagan campus, their student union banned the campus federal conservative club from joining. Michelle, why don't you start us off on this? I thought those days were behind us, but clearly not. So go ahead, share us what happened there.
I think really it boils down to is, given the lack of time, is that they just didn't feel it was a group that would have fit in within the student union. And as a result of it, they decided that they couldn't be a part of the student union, and they wanted to bring a motion that's saying that they couldn't, because it would be obfuscating the actual process that every club would do in order to become part of the student union, which again, of course, it was backlash and saying, how is this possible? How can you do this? And of course, there was a reversal of it, because then, the school hears about this and says, what are you doing here? This doesn't look good. We're supposed to be about freedom of speech, freedom of expression. And so at the end of the day, here we are, and they have it. But this is an example of cancel culture again.
Yeah, definitely. One of the concerns outlined says that the campus was concerned, the student union was concerned about the political stance of the party and their views on Black and LGBTQ issues. I was like, do we even know what the party's stance are on these issues, Mike?
No.
We don't. It's just nonsense. This is This is a direct attack on free speech, and the left likes to do this. Instead of debating the issues, they say if you're on the right end of the spectrum, you are inherently discriminatory and racist and unfair, and they're not tolerant of diverse thought. You know, it's great. We believe in diversity as a country, and it's not just your skin color. It should be your thought, and diversity makes us stronger. And we
Okay.
need both the left and the right and the middle as well to have a free and open society.
And on that note, we'll see you next time.